Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you like this video. With that, let's get into it. Midori Izuku. Whenever you're around Izuku, he always seems to know. His heart starts to beat fast, and his face heats up with a blush. He starts smiling like a dork, and instantly goes to find you so he can hug you and spin you around. It doesn't matter when or how, but he just always does. Plus, his smile makes you weak, so you can't help but smile whenever he does something like this. You are his everything, so he makes sure he can tell you you're safe and does everything in his power to make you smile. Katsuki Bakugou. Bakugou is a total tsundere. He doesn't show it around the others, but when you two are alone, he is very warm and cute and very gentle towards you. You love when he shows you his soft side, but you also admit that it gets pretty funny when someone triggers him and he gets angry. When he blushes, it will always make your day because it's the cutest thing you have ever seen, and it's also a rare sight. When he tries to compliment you with a serious face, it always fails, but you think it's cute that he tries, and especially the part where he fails. Even if he tries to be cold, seeing you will always make him warm and fuzzy on the inside. Todoroki Shoto. Shoto is weird. He's very weird sometimes, but he's also very affectionate. Like a cat, he'd come up from behind you and wrap his arms around you from behind. He gives you picks on the neck and shoulder, but it's so cute that even if he doesn't warn you before, you don't really mind that much. He also likes to tackle you into a hug whenever he sees you. He pokes you sometimes, just to tickle you, and tries to play innocent when you tell him to stop, acting like he didn't know what tickling was. And honestly, you feel bad that you fell for it at first. Shoto loves you for accepting him for who he is, even with his difficulties and mistakes, and is willing to try and be the best version of himself with you. Kaminari Denki. His quirk would always act up around you, no matter what. It will always do this weird thing where his hair will puff up due to static buildup, and it always makes you giggle. And even though he puts a lot of effort into his haircut and wastes a lot of time into it, he doesn't mind if it just makes you laugh. He'll blush when he does that and curse himself quietly, but you'd give him a kiss on the cheek and he'd know that it was worth it. Ojiro Kirishima. While you like Ojiro in his all forms, and you adore his haircut, you love his more natural look. When you come over, he always has his hair down, and he looks just the cutest. It's always so soft and fluffy, and you love to play with it. You give him confidence to be himself around others, so he shows it to you. Plus, if getting you to play with his hair wasn't enough, he'd kiss you when you got too close. And of course, you did it on purpose. Iida loves to make you blush, and the only thing he has to do is pick you up and put you down in his lap as he works on anything, as you snuggle in his strong arms. He'll whisper to you about how amazing you are and how beautiful and hardworking you are. He'll just talk about how much he loves you until you fall asleep in his arms. And he wouldn't move a muscle because he loves knowing that you're safe in his arms. And seeing your blissful sleeping face was just a bonus. Shinsou Hitoshi. Shinsou is actually shy, even though he tries to appear like he doesn't care and that he's not emotional. He also has a lot of trouble showing his emotions. So even though he tries his best with you, it's just very difficult for him. But the more time he spends with you, the more comfortable he gets. He'll sit down next to you and gently take your hand in his and hold it as he looks away, mumbling "I love you" under his breath, so delicately and gently, as if he'd said it wrong or even stuttered it would during the word. His face would get red, and you'd squeeze your hand and wait for a bit. And, like always, you'd squeeze it back. And although it sounded like it was small, for you, it mattered. Because Shinsou was not used to showing affection or showing his emotions. So you were happy that he could at least do this for you, for now. Ojiro Mashiro. Your jailed boyfriend loves to nap at your house, but what you never realized is that if he's dreaming about you, his tail would cutely wag on its own as a smile decorated his face. As you thought about this dream, he never believes you when you tell him about it. He'll mumble your name in his sleep, and when you turn around to look at him, he's still swaying around happily. And at one point, you and Mina record a video of him when he falls asleep in the common room one day. His face gets all red as he tries to deny it, but the evidence is right there. Tamaki Amajiki. Tamaki does the cutest stuff when you kiss him. His little elf ears will twitch or move when you kiss him, and his ears have been your weakness from middle school. Sometimes he'd just stare at you and do it on purpose, so it'd give him affection. If you try to be affectionate with him in public, he'll hide his face in his hood, or he'd wrap his wings around you too, to hide you from everyone. He says he hates it when you do things like that in public, but you know, and everybody else could tell, that he secretly loves it. Nitsu Monoma. You were playing with his soft hair when he noticed something you hadn't before. When Nito turned to check his phone, you noticed his pupils dilated. They became small, and you could see most of his silver hues. When he turned back to look at you, his pupils dilated again, so you saw most of his white pupils. Your face exploded into a blush when you realized that his pupils got bigger when he saw you. You just smiled, completely unaware of what you were fangirling over. is why people scream every time he looked at you. And it must be because of how much he loves looking at you. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as I did making it. Anyway, goodbye.